Hey there, Frank Ahearn, privacy expert and blackmail strategist. So I'm going to talk about how to prevent blackmail exposure. Now, in blackmail, I deal with blackmail in three segments. It's protecting your identity, it's preventing the exposure, and it's getting rid of them. So this video is more about just preventing it because I know that individuals are very myopic and it's all they care about. Just want to prevent the exposure, make sure nobody ever sees this, okay? Now, the only way, the only way to do that is to stall a payment. So what I mean by that is the threat is if you don't pay, we're gonna send these pictures to your wife or your business or your family, your Instagram people, whatever it may be, pay me now. The problem is if you pay them, what do? They just ask for more money. And they threat the same, they say the same threat. We're gonna expose you to this person, this person, this person. So you're caught up in this kind of loop of paying, threatened, and you wanna break the loop. And what you wanna do is just kind of slow things down and stop things. And how you do that is say, look, I don't have any more cash. I gave you what I had. I need time to borrow. And you have to stick to that because you want to control the money because that's the only control you have in blackmail is the money. So it's about, look, I have no more cash. I need some time. I need 48 hours. And what happens is they will bombard you with threats. We're going to do this. How much do you have now? Send me a screenshot of your bank account. Do not send them a screenshot. Tell them you're not going to do that. There's nothing wrong with saying, no, I'm not going to do that because they want to get paid. So, once you tell them no about the screenshot, typically they move on. They don't make an issue of it. So they'll tell you, borrow money from your friend, take a credit card advance, sell something, but use the excuse of your friend because you're taking the burden of payment off of you and onto them. And so what happens is they give you that, say, 48 hours leeway. They're going to come back at you. And it's the same thing. Look, I'm waiting on my friend. My friend's not here. He should be here. He promised he'd be here. And so what you're doing is you're just eating up time, because they got to get it to other victims as well and harass them. So what the idea is, you're making it difficult to get paid. You're not saying no. You're just saying, look, I'm waiting for my friend. He's not here. Then eventually you hit them up with, look, my friend contacted me. He has the money, but it's going to take another 2-3 days. And they're going to blow a gasket. They're going to threaten you how much you have now. And you'll notice a negotiating point. Let's say they want you to pay 1,000 or 500. They'll say, do you have 100? Send me 100 now. Send me something now. So the dialogue changes to how much you have now. And the key is, I have nothing. And you have to stand your ground in blackmail. And I know a lot of victims think there's a magic answer or like some sort of, big answer to how you stop blackmail. And it's not. It's just basically about stalling. And the hard part is having the balls to just stand your ground, knowing that they have all this content on you. And that's what they prey off of, that fear you feel. So it's important to, forget the fear and just focus on the tactic of stalling. And I take over blackmail where I pose as you, I prevent the exposure, I manipulate what they know about you and create disinformation about you, and ultimately get rid of them so they don't return. So if you have any questions, reach out. My name is Frank Ahearn, and be safe.